Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Oilers and the San Francisco 49ers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready. Here we go. Here we go. Check 13. No. Off. Sponge. No. Check 31. You're out. Mike's 50. Come on, boy. General West. Ready.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Switch. Check.
Now a give coming right is Breida. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Charlie. 50's the mic. Wild Bill. Check 52. Kill. Now.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Joker. Shit. Fair. Go. I got it. Big Griffin.
On first down, here's Breida. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You don't see me in your nightmares, son. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hatchet. Ship. Yo, go get it.
On second down, a run with Breida. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Okay, break. Let's go, Mike 50. Double dog. That's the way. Look at me. Zipper. Shoot.
On first down, Armstrong. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Protein spill. Yep. Snap.
They run with Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Exit. Check three. Check safety. 36. Check 26. Hey.
I got him.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, alert 3. SOS. Mike's 50.
Hey.
Here we go. Let's go, D.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Joe Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Watch the eye. Check 49. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Lock it. He's coming. Double up. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check out. Crunch.
He'll try and throw for it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Let's go. 10-2 soft.
Check 56. I got it. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Switch. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Go.
Now it's Breida, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready, set.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Kill. Bang.
Hey, lock it. Yes.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Ready.
Here's Breida. Down to about the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watch out. Alert 3. Showing it. Slam.
Now.
I need one over here.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Go.
This is Breida. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Mike,
56.
Go.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. So we got man.
2nd and 11.
Check out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
56.
Look at me. Zipper.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On the handoff, this is Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Check 99, check 99, slam, slam, slam. Alert flare, flare, flare. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Yep.
Go, go, go.
Shoot.
Breida, he'll try the right side. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Big Dad.
Go on, go on. What? Squeeze. Hustle, hustle. Snap.
Now a give to Breida. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check, check. Mike 50.
61, matchbox lights.
Let's go, we got this. Say.
Hey. Let's go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make our score 9-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
They'll
throw now on the final play. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So they bring out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Jim. He's checking. Crash.
Fire.
On second down, it's Armstrong. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it third down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 37. Check 37.
Hey.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Let's go now. 15 lining. I'm coming after you. 56 to Mike. 50. Let go. Come on.
Second and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Here we go. Maybe 16 half block. Hey, watch it. Squeeze, get in there.
Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
I'm coming. Check 13. No. Off. Sponge. No. Check 31.
Looking to throw. Daniels. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Check three, check three, check three. Check the backer, check the backer. Switch, switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Armstrong. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Got it.
It's just me and you. It's
Topper, Topper.
Kill. Check 50, check 50. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Joker,
Greystone, travel.
Shift.
Get it.
On third down, it's Armstrong. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41.
Watch the shift. Hatch it. Shift. Watch that. Check three.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Check 50. Gotta do better.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check safety. 36. Check 26. Check three. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, alert three. SOS.
Go.
Check. Lucky.
On the ball. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. It's Armstrong. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Box drop. General West.
Deuce.
Yes.
He's crashing.
Snap.
On second down now, it's Armstrong. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Now!
He's coming, double up. 56, the mic, boys, 56.
Here goes.
On third down, Armstrong. And boy, he is they're spotting that football. He's going to be a foot or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up fourth down and less than a yard.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They're going to look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, Echo. Protein spill. 6 guys. Time.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, high 7.
Bang, 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 bang. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Alert 3.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
50, Mike 50. Here we go, here we go. Showing up, showing up. Slam, slam, slam. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Check it out, Reed.
Hey, Alpha. Yo, 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 go, go.
Hey, 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 hey.
To throw on 3rd down. Daniels, and able to haul it in is Kittle. The 40, 30, past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Kill, kill, kill.
Look at me, zipper. Ready, ready.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check 99, check 99. Slam, slam, slam. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
Yep.
Kill, kill, kill.
On the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the set.
56, check 56. I'm coming for you. You mine. Quick the edge, quick the edge. Come
Rock, rocket, rocket.
Check 24, check.
Hey, 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 hey.
Say.
Hey, rocket. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And his kick here is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It's caught by Bunches. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Here we go. 10 Tucson. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Switch, switch, switch. Go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated.